the Window Cleaner's Secret window cleaning mixture. Take 5 litres of water, get some concentrated dishwashing liquid, brand's not particularly important, 10 to 15 ml, somewhere in that range, 10 to 15 ml. You can adjust that, depends on the season, depends on how hot it is, how much moisture's in the air, but in the range of 10 to 15 ml. And if you like, this is not essential, this is optional, you can add 10 mils of food grade glycerin. And why we add that is during the course of the day, we will use the fluid, window cleaning fluid, to wash our hands, and the glycerin's good for your skin. It also conditions the rubber on the squeegee, and it also gives it a little bit of extra slide on the glass. So put that in the bottle. Best to add the detergent after you've filled it, otherwise it gets real frothy. And then a little bit of a mix up, and there you go. If you're using a bucket like this, they do come with lids, and you can make your mix up in the bucket and then put the lid on it and transport it with you. If you're only going to do a couple of windows, you can get your squeegee ready like this with your washer strip on the top. Just put a bit of that down there, or if you haven't got that handy and you just want to go to the sink, just put a drip on there, run some water over it, do that, and that will be good enough to clean just 1 or 2 windows with. If you want to get sophisticated, or you're a commercial guy, then you'll use a scabbard like this, fill it with water, put your squeegee in, and you can work out of that. The other alternative is a window cleaner's bucket like this, with a sieve in there to just drain the excess off. And if just a homeowner with a few windows to do, just make it up into a bucket like that. You can dip your squeegee in without spending a lot of money. Okay, we're going to fan the window. Obviously got to soap it up first. There's no one particular way to do this. Fanning's possible with all sorts of different combinations. This is just one way. The idea is to get from the top to the bottom with fluid motions. When you finish off, there's 2 different ways, main ways to finish off. You can come straight across like that, finish off there, or you can come across like this. Finish on one way to start at the top too. That way I just showed you is probably the most common way. So do this. I don't like to have to work the top line, so I would do a couple of strokes like that at the top. Make sure there's no drips going to come in from the top. Keeping the squeegee, the rubber, on the glass all the time, not lifting it up. You can go back if you miss a bit, you need to get a bit more. So that rubber's not leaving the glass. If it gets too dry on the glass, just scrub it up again. And 90% of the time I'm using very light pressure, very little pressure on the glass. When you come to detail, I like a nice smooth microfiber, glass microfiber, which is nice and smooth. Just if you need to do the edges, just run it down like that. If I'm doing the frames, I like a bit thick, one like that.